It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the 845 Sports Nation Game of the Week podcast. I'm Sal Interdonato, and we're here with uh, two players from each of the Monroe Woodbury and Middletown. They have a big Class AA game coming up Friday night at Monroe Woodbury High School in Central Valley. It's Dan Alexandre. Dan is a senior. He plays center and nose tackle for the Crusaders. And Nick Simmons from Middletown. He plays defensive end for the Middies. Guys, thanks a lot for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
First off, I mean, this seems like it's going to be a pretty big game. Nick, you guys are probably pretty anxious to play this game, right? Because last week you had your game versus Pine Bush postponed. You played Newburgh already. And if you want to stay in the mix for the Class A title, this is a big game for you guys, right?
Yeah, it's a big game. We've been plotting on it since like when we got our schedule. Like we knew it was gonna be a good game. Every time we played Monroe, it's been a good game. It's been the last play. Just like 4 years ago, every game has been down to the wire. So we knew Monroe was gonna be a good game.
Dan, you guys have been on a little bit of a roll here, right? I mean, you guys have a 3-game winning streak. You're coming off a game where you shut out Kingston in Class AA game. Talk to us a little bit about the mood of the team heading into this game.
We're feeling good. We had a great week of practice. We're looking forward to having a good game in Middletown and having a little bit of a revenge game from last year in the section chip.
Gotcha. So last year you guys met. How much have you guys, Nick talked about how they circled it on their calendar. How much have you guys been looking forward to this game? I know you had 5 games before, and I know each week you might take one game at a time, but how much have you been looking forward to this game?
I think definitely the returning players have been plotting and trying to looking forward to this game because of how the section chip ended and how unfortunate the missed kick it was, and it was a close game. Driving the ball 90-something yards in under a minute. It was a really close game, a good game, and the first game that we played against them last year too was a close game in overtime. So it's always a good game with them, and we're looking forward to it.
So Nick, you guys had last week, I mean, maybe toward the end of last week to work a little bit, put a little bit more work into going up against the triple option offense, right? I mean, that's what Monroe Woodbury runs. Mike Strelak, the quarterback, does a really good job. You have a good fullback also, and some slots that could do some damage too. What have you? I mean, triple option, right? You got to focus on some keys. Talk to us a little bit without giving away your game plan. Like, what's practice been like on defense for you guys preparing for Monroe?
We know their game plan. We know what they love to do best. We know what they're good at. We know what their strong side is. We know what their weaknesses is. We plan for both weakness and strong side. We plan for everything. Everything that they've shown us, we watched film, we studied it, took notes, and we just executed it in practice since like last week. And we just haven't stopped.
Dan, I saw you guys play. You guys started to get on the roll when you played Warwick. I was at that game. I saw you guys. The offense seemed to be starting to hit some gears there. It's Jaden Kalangis, right? That's your fullback. He's a guy who's really could do a lot of different. He's not just a guy that's going to run the ball up the middle for you guys, right? I mean, you do a lot of different things. Talk about your skilled players on offense, from Mike Strelak to Jaden to some of the guys that are also touching the ball there in your running game.
Yeah, we have a lot of good playmakers. We got Jaden, Eric, James, Mateo. We got Kevin. We got a lot of great players who can score, move the ball down, great in open space, can lower their shoulder, make a hit, do whatever we need to do in our offense.
Gotcha. What do you think's been the key for you guys, Dan, in this run a little bit? What do you think? I know you guys got off to a really good start against Warwick in that game, and that kind of got you guys going. What do you think's been the key for you guys during this winning streak?
I think the key is to come out and come out confidently, have a good coming up to the game, be staying focused, and coming ready to play from the first drive, whether it's offense or defense, setting the tone for the whole game.
Nick, can you what's it like playing against a triple option team when you know they're going to run the ball most of the time? Yeah, you're going to sprinkle in the pass. Guys like Dan are going to be blocking you, and they're pretty active offensive linemen in the triple option offense. What do you think? How can you guys simulate that and practice it all, or how you think that's going to be when you guys face each other on Friday night?
As I said, we watched film, we drew up plays, we drew up their plays. We've been practicing all week. We didn't have a game Friday, so we just been at it all week, practicing, keep getting better. And I feel like if the hard work that we put in practice in the game is just going to be just like practice. It's going to be easier though, because we go 100% every time in practice. So for the game, it's going to be easy.
Gotcha. Nick, talk to us a little bit on defense, kind of who stands out for you guys. Who are the players on defense that are, going to be really key for you guys on Friday night?
I feel like everybody on the team is going to be a key. Everybody has their own job. If everybody does their job, then we win the game. There's no doubt about it. But I feel like if I had to choose a couple people, it would be Stephen Moncher. He's a good nose tackle. We have Jermaine McCray. We have Jaden. We have Jaden Farrell. We have Jagger. We have everybody. And everybody's good at their positions.
So the matchup in the middle is going to be Dan and Stefan Moncheri, right? And I know Stefan is a really physical player. I know he's a very good also high school wrestler. Dan, have you watched any film on the fronts for Middletown and what you guys might be going up against on Friday?
Yeah, we've been watching a lot of film all week, studying up, getting ready for the game. And we like what we have on our side of the field as well as, and we are looking forward to the matchup.
Talk about your offensive line, Dan, and what you guys bring to the table, and what we can expect on Friday night from your offensive line.
Yeah, we think our offensive line will be ready to handle the talented Middletown D line. We know that they have one of the better D lines in our section, and we've spent all week practicing and preparing for their stunts, movements up front, and we'll be ready for them.
Nice. We like to talk about what it's like to play for your respective teams. Nick, what can you say? What does it mean to be a Middletown Midi, and talk about the pride it means? You guys have had you have really some really interesting games, or really, you go with the Erie Bell game every year. You're going to play that, and the AA schedule when you have to face Monroe and Newburgh every year. That's pretty challenging. Talk about the games. Talk about, first off, what it means to be a Middletown football player to you.
Well, I feel like it's more than just a football player. Like off the field, you got to be a gentleman. It's a wonderful feeling when you go into school. Everybody knows you. Everybody congratulates you. Everybody respects you. And just as they respect us, we respect them. We try our hardest in practice, and it just shows in the game. And I'm just proud to be a Middletown Bear.
Dan, Monroe Woodbury has a lot of football tradition. When did you start playing football, and when did you? I guess it was, if it was in the Monroe School District, was there always a dream to play at the varsity level and kind of continue that winning tradition?
Yeah, I started playing in 7th grade in middle school at Monroe, and it's definitely been something to look forward to, playing on varsity and playing on the higher levels. The history of Monroe winning state championships and everything like that, winning sections and states and everything like that. So definitely trying to continue and keep the tradition of winning and having a winning culture at Monroe.
Yeah, you guys, when you put on that uniform, right, for both of you guys, it's more than your number. It means a lot more when you guys put on that uniform, right? You're not just representing yourselves, you're representing your teammates, you're representing your community. And Nick, you really, that really means a lot to you guys, right? I mean, it's more than just you're playing for more than just yourselves, right?
Yeah. I play and my whole team plays for the town. The town means everything to us. The town, they treat us right. They do good by us, so we do good by them, and we play for them. We play our hearts out every game.
Do you get when the team after, say, a Monday when you're in school, or a Saturday after a Friday night win, do you get a lot of people outside of the team like wishing you good luck or saying, "Hey, good job," around Monroe Woodbury? Is that part of being a Monroe Woodbury football player, so to speak?
Yeah, definitely. Especially on Fridays when we're wearing our jerseys before games. Always good luck. Always who you guys playing, where you guys playing. And we haven't had that many home games this year, but we know that when we do, even away games, there's a lot of our students who come and support us, even making the drive and the trip down there. So it's always a good time and a good feeling to have the jersey on and have people know that we play football for the Monroe Woodbury Crusaders.
No doubt. I know that Nick, you played at Port Jervis in the Erie Bell game, and I know that you had a lot of fan support for that game. That was a road game. What do you think the fan support will be like on a Friday night, and how much can that really add to your motivation or add to the hype for this game? Do you think?
I mean, we had a lot of people support us, but we we almost let it get to our head, if we're being honest. It was very hyped the whole week. Everybody was like, "Oh, bring that bell back!" Everything, we had the town on our backs. We overhyped it, and we pulled it out. So I feel like going in this game, we're just gonna treat it like another game and just play our hearts out.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm guessing that when you go into a game like this, it's a Class A game, a team that you know pretty well. You pretty much expect to get Middletown's best on Friday night, right? You prepare for Middletown's best. What do you think this game is going to be like as far as the intensity of this game when you get on the field, and how maybe you guys have to maybe just stay in the moment and play your game on Friday night?
Yeah, definitely. We know that it's a very big game for Middletown as well as us, and we know that what it means, and you know that they already played Newburgh, they already down, lost a league game, and how much it's going to change the rankings and where we play the games, who we play, and it's going to be a playoff atmosphere. We know that, and we're prepared for that.
That's a great way to describe this game Friday night, right? A playoff atmosphere. You got two teams that are, are playing pretty well. You got two teams that want to get, a higher seed in the AA playoffs, and this game determines a lot. This game will determine a lot. Yeah, Dan, you guys still have to play Newburgh, right, in the regular season. So, I mean, this is a part of the schedule that gets a little tougher for you guys, and I guess it's something that maybe that's what the do you consider it, hey, here's the start of a challenging couple of games, and let's get off on the right foot?
Yeah, I think it'll be a great taste of how the playoffs are going to go, facing two high caliber teams in our section, Middletown and Newburgh, very close. And at the end of our season, going straight into playoffs, it'll be a good test and a good being able to showcase what we can do during the season.
Gotcha. Do we still have Nick?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, Nick, just give us a little bit of talk to us a little bit about what we can expect from Middletown on Friday night, and what do you think the keys to the game will be, and talk a little bit about your offense, because you guys have been scoring points too. I mean, talk a little bit about your quarterback and your running back and what they've been able to do this year.
We have a new quarterback, but he's had a quarterback experience in the past, and all of our running backs returned this year, thankfully. So I feel like we're gonna run the ball again. We're gonna pass the ball again. We're like a duo team threat. We could pass it, we could run it, and I think it's just we have so much freedom in our offense. We have so many different um, different run schemes. It's just a dynamic offense.
Gotcha. Dan, you're going to play, both ways here. So you're going to also be on defense. What do you see? First off, let's talk about the Monroe defense. You guys were able to pitch a shutout against Kingston. You played very well against Warwick too. You guys have been getting some turnovers. I know that's kind of helped you guys out. You guys have a great your secondary are ball hawks, Dan. I'm telling you, those guys are ball hawks. And talk to us a little bit about some key players for you guys on defense.
Yeah, I mean, we have Connor and Liam. Connor, a lot of interceptions, and Liam with his interception. couple games ago, and we have a great secondary, great D line. Our starting D line, Allen, Cam, me, Romeo, Karan, all of them very good, and all of them ready to showcase what we can do on Friday.
I think it's kind of two offenses that can. Yeah, Dan, you guys want to run the football, but you'll sprinkle in passes when it's there, and those they kind of a multi-dimensional offense. They have Jermaine McCray and they have big receivers. Nick, you guys have big receivers that can make big plays too. So I mean, I don't know. I know we like to see some scoring in these football games. Do you think it will be Nick? Do you think it'd be more of a defensive battle, or do you see this game kind of might be whoever gets the ball last might win?
It's gonna be both. It's gonna be a defensive battle. Every job's gonna matter in this game, and whoever gets the ball, whoever scores the last play, because as I said before, it's always came down to the last play with this team. So it's really gonna be defense, though. I feel like defense is gonna win this game.
Dan, what are your thoughts? I mean, you're playing on offense and defense, so what do you think this game's going to come down to?
I agree with Nick. Both games that we played last year against Middletown came down very close, came down to the wire, one in overtime and one in the last drive. So I think it's going to be a close game and a great battle for both teams.
Definitely a game. If you can be there on Friday night, Monroe Woodbury High School, 7:00. Middletown travels to Monroe Woodbury. Teams know each other well. Like Nick and Dan have said, these games have come down to the wire. We've seen some great football games this Section 9 2021 season. I think this is going to be another one. Guys, we really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us and set up this matchup. And we wish you guys all the best on Friday night.
All right. Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Good luck.